What up, homies? It's your boy Stev, and welcome to The Bracket. Back in 2020, like most of the world, me and Ash didn't have a lot going on, so we decided to make a list of the 130 greatest movies of all time and pit them against each other, tournament style, to see which ones came out on top. We judged them against each other in 5 categories: production, writing, acting, originality, and rewatchability. Whichever movie took the most categories moved on. Don't get me wrong, it was rarely unanimous between us, but it was always a lot of fun. Just a heads up, we did record these a few years ago, so if the timeline feels a bit weird, that's why. If you want to check out the list of the 130 movies, I'll put a link to our website in the description below. So without further ado, let's all go back to the land of 2020, where all we did was sit at home, drink excessively, and watch flicks. Enjoy. Da 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 da.
Do 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 do. Oh shoot! I can't go that high.
You know what? While we're on the subject of fucking music and movies, E.T. has the creepiest fucking opening credits music. Is it just me?
E.T. has the exact same music as every other fucking Spielberg movie.
No, okay, well, yeah, that's true. But the opening credits music is like something out of a horror movie.
I don't really remember it very
It's
much.
creepy as fuck.
Is it like Pet Sematary kind of music?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, oh, it creeped me the fuck out. I was watching it with headphones. I was like watching it on like an iPad, like headphones. And it's creeped me the fuck out. I was like, this is
Dude, I've lived in my apartment now for like 8 months, 7 months, and I never, ever watch movies in the bedroom. I don't know why. We have like a 40-inch in the bedroom. I don't know why. I would rather watch it on like my 60-inch in the living room with surround sound and everything, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm like, you know what? I want to watch a movie, but I don't want to be on the couch. I want to be snuggled up. So my boyfriend comes in. I have like all 8 pillows, and I have blankets up to my face, and I'm just watching in the bedroom, and he was so creeped out more that I was watching it in the bedroom. He's like, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, watching E.T. He's like, okay.
He's like,
so I actually had a really good time enjoying E.T. because I actually sat down and watched it with no phone, nothing with me.
Yeah.
I just sat there and watched it. I didn't knit. I just sat there.
I like E.T. a lot.
I
Okay.
paid attention.
So, all right, Jurassic Park versus E.T.
Let me wow everybody first. I actually haven't really seen E.T.
Oh, fuck.
since I was a very, very, very small kid.
Okay.
Very, very long time ago.
But Jurassic Park you've seen.
Oh, I actually just watched Jurassic Park maybe like a month ago.
Oh, yeah.
Which is very unfortunate. I just watched Jurassic Park because I liked Jurassic World.
Oh.
I actually enjoyed Jurassic World.
That's okay.
I didn't like Jurassic 2 or 3, but I liked Jurassic World.
You know, I like Jurassic
With Chris,
2.
Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
I liked that one.
I like the second one, The Lost World. I think it's an awesome movie.
Is that the birds in the aviary?
That's the third one.
Yeah, I don't
That one kind of sucks.
I don't really remember.
The second one, the best scene, there's a scene where the T-Rex they're in like a trailer, and the T-Rex knocks the trailer off the cliff.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know. I've seen it 100 million times.
Yeah. And Julianne Moore falls and she hits the back glass and it starts to
She's a great actress.
she's fantastic.
But yeah, and every time she moves.
It shatters
Yeah.
more. And then Vince Vaughn's in it. He plays the photographer. And there's I think it's his camera bag or something is slowly slipping off the thing. That scene is one of the most intense scenes to me.
I like that movie. Yeah, because she's there because she's taking pictures of the dinosaurs or whatever. She's trying to she wants to touch them all.
Yeah.
And Jeff is she has to go touch the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Because she's it's a baby. And she's trying. But anyways, the only scene I remembered ever from E.T., the only one, is him. Never mind. There's a scene. Okay,
Let me guess. Spoilers?
Yes, my brain was stop sign. Can't say that. We'll say it in the spoilers, but there's only one scene that's maybe 30 seconds long. That's it. I didn't remember what Drew Barrymore looked like.
She's the fucking
I didn't remember anything.
Like, she's the star of the movie,
She
if you
did
ask me.
very well.
And apparently, anything that makes that character interesting, like, any line that you really like from that character was improvised. Like, the one where the one kid, I can't remember which brother it was, but was like, only little kids can see him. And she's like, oh, give me a break, or no, don't bother, or something, whatever.
Yeah,
Apparently,
when she just met him or whatever.
Yeah, like that was completely improvised. There's another one where she's looking down. She's like, I don't like his feet. Apparently that was completely, which she was talking about the actor. There was like wires and shit coming out, and she's like, I don't like. She just kind of said it. I think it's hilarious.
Ooh, by the way, I really, really enjoyed this fun fact that E.T. was performed by two little people named Pat and Tamara. I hope I'm saying that right, Tamara.
Okay.
But when that's like him not full body.
Yeah.
But when he's full body, it's actually a 12-year-old named Matthew, and he didn't have legs.
And he was walking on his hands.
I
That's
thought
crazy, right?
that was the most fascinating fact. What a smart idea. Because any other director would have been like, how can we fit an adult in this costume?
Yeah.
When really, Spielberg thought, who can we fit in this costume?
Yeah, 100%.
Someone who doesn't have legs.
Right, and that's the thing, right? I remember watching the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead, the Zack Snyder one.
Okay.
And there's a lot of zombies that only have one arm or like no legs and stuff like that. And you'd think a normal director would just like green screen the arms off, but he actually hired a lot of the zombie stand-ins are actual people.
Why not,
that
though?
only have one arm, and it's just like, yeah, exactly. It's like if you need
It's
a guy
a
with
missed
one arm,
opportunity.
hire a guy with one arm. Yeah.
So like The Walking Dead, when you like the first season, when you meet the one chick, she has two zombies that have no arms.
Yeah. Why not just?
I bet you they were actors with arms. Why not just get two people? Because they can't say anything and they're walking slowly.
Yeah. It's
Just
like,
wear this
they don't
makeup
need to
and
act,
walk
really.
and
Yeah,
look
just-
normal.
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought of that.
So I like that a lot. The kid on his
Yeah, and he was 12 years old.
I
It
mean,
was like
that
probably
sucks,
his
but-
big break. He was probably to the moon. And really, he was in quite a bit of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually really...
See, okay. I really like E.T. actually. I think I remember. So I haven't watched it in a couple of years. Before this time, I literally watched it this afternoon. It's super well made.
Yeah.
Like every fucking shot is perfect to me. I'm like, this is so. The lights are perfect. Everything about it is really, really, really well made.
Right.
One thing I really like about E.T. It's the same thing I like about the movie Gremlins that came out. Maybe
I don't remember anything about it.
came out in like the 80s.
I know you can't get them wet. I know the rules.
Yeah. I feel like when I watch E.T. and Gremlins, it's like they're kids' movies, but they're also horror movies. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't make movies like that anymore.
Because E.T. is so dark.
Right? The movie is so dark.
The whole movie is like
adult.
dark gray. No, I mean like it's dark gray and black. It's very dark.
But there's never a moment where I think I can't see what's going on. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's that's what I mean by well made. It's like it's so dark, but so like I don't know. All the shots are just really, really well done. I'm super. But yeah, like I don't know. They just don't make movies like this anymore, and it bums me out. You were a previous episode you were talking about Dirty Dancing and like how they don't make movies like this anymore. It's just
Right.
I feel like something similar with this, where it's like I find if it's a kids movie, it's got to be fucking rated G and it's got to be happy all the time. And whereas like I don't know, there was movies like this in the 80s and the 90s.
They just broke that with Soul. They finally broke that
But it
stigma.
wasn't scary. Do you know what I
But
mean?
it was dark.
It was dark. It was
So at least they're finally getting back into this.
That's true. Okay.
I don't mean to cut you off and veer you away
that's
from
fine.
your point.
No, that's fine. I just think it's almost like they trusted kids to be a better audience back in the day. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like now it's just like you're spoon feeding them things. I don't know. It's just a weird feeling that I get when I watch ET, and I really enjoy it. That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I didn't mind E.T. Unfortunately, I'm spoiling something that I think this is a very unfair matchup.
Really?
Yeah, it ruined E.T. more because it's against Jurassic Park.
Okay, it's actually funny. As soon as before we even started recording this, I knew you were going
Yeah.
to go hard on Jurassic Park.
You know what?
It's good though. Jurassic Park. Here's the thing. Everything I'm saying about E.T.
That movie is
also tenfold
perfect.
for fucking Jurassic Park.
But
is
like, we'll talk about
spectacular.
Jurassic Park for 1 second. It's, okay. Here's also a problem: is Jurassic Park had $63 million budget and E.T. had 10.
Yeah.
Put that in fair motion. They did very, very well with 10 million. They did something that never really has come out.
Sorry.
E.T.
No, I'm talking about. Sorry. Go back to Jurassic Park. How much was the budget?
63 million.
That's it.
We will talk about that later. Why?
Okay.
We'll talk about that. But yeah, so it's 10 million.
Okay.
And to think of what they did with that movie and all the stuff they had to do for that era is amazing.
Yeah. Plus, he's working with kids, right?
Elliot is amazing.
Oh, he is so good.
Okay, no, that's the Alice, but then spoilers. But there's this one scene when he gets really, really emotional.
Oh
and I'm
my
like,
God.
how did you get a kid to. I have goosebumps.
Yeah.
How did you get a kid who is our niece's age?
Yeah.
To do that.
It's true.
Riley would look at me and be like, you want me to cry? Here's one little tear, whatever.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He had like a melt. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
so
true.
sad.
That's the thing. I find Spielberg actually works with a lot of kids, right? That's kind of it seems like his thing. I don't know.
So in the
Except
same
for
year,
Jaws and stuff,
he made Schindler's List. Wasn't that the same year?
Yes. I want to say you're correct. So he made Jaws.
Oh, I'm thinking of Jurassic Park.
And then he did Raiders.
Jurassic Park was 1993, June. Schindler's List was later that year.
And that's it. So that's what it was.
Sorry, I got the two mixed
They
up.
were doing post-production on Jurassic Park while he was filming Schindler's List, right?
No, he finished. He had another director come in at the very end of Jurassic Park to finish Jurassic Park so that he could start Schindler's List.
That's what I mean. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
So yeah, he was in post. Okay, because I know E.T. he wrote it while he was filming Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh.
He was like lonely.
Which is also a decent movie.
Oh, it's a fucking spectacular
I haven't
movie.
saw it in many, many years. I remember liking it, so I mean that's
It's
good.
okay. I mean, it might make an appearance soon. Who knows?
Maybe.
But
Quite possibly.
yeah, because
You're as bad as Fergie, who's like, he's not in the woods. What are you talking about? And the mother's like, so he's in the woods. Okay.
So he, apparently he was on location for Raiders of the Lost Ark. He wasn't like in the United States for obvious reasons. And so he was away from his family and he was kind of like lonely. So he just wrote E.T. Apparently it also had to do with, E.T. started out as a horror movie, like an actual horror movie. Like I believe it's called Night Skies. It was like an alien invasion horror movie. Because you already did an alien invasion movie called Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which is a fucking excellent movie too.
I'm not watching any
No,
more movies.
I don't. If you're gonna watch one E.T., like one like extraterrestrial Steven Spielberg movie, I'd suggest you watch E.T. It's very
Okay.
good. But anyway, so it started out as an actual horror movie, where apparently in the finale of that movie, there's like one good alien that helps the humans, and the aliens just decide to abandon him on Earth, which is actually the setup for this movie. Is they like abandon this alien on Earth and like what would happen? Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and then apparently
So is it a known sequel?
No. So they never end up doing Night Sky. They never end up making that
Oh, okay.
So, and, but yeah, I don't know. Rest is history.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. E.T. still made $792 million in the box office.
I mean, Steven Spielberg.
He has a great name.
Oh my God.
He
His track.
He is one of those directors that has been around for this many fucking years.
And everything he touches is gold.
Is gold, which is so rare. James Cameron has this touch of gold.
Yeah.
His thing, though, Steven is dropping movies all the time.
And that's the difference, right?
And James Cameron is like waiting 5 years in between. Not more than that. When did Avatar come out?
2010.
So the new one is coming out like next year?
2022 or something. So like, and then even
so
before
12
that,
years.
And then before that, the movie was Titanic, 1995 or 7 or something.
Yeah, so he has but it's a good thing because every time his movie comes out, you're ready for it. Let's go. We're going.
Which, I mean, I don't know if we've probably talked about this. I mean, time to brag a little bit, but James Cameron was born in the same city as us, so.
Right.
So.
Actually, which is funny, in Dirty Dancing, she even says, next time, let's go for a trip to Niagara Falls.
No. She says, I hate the rain. Remind me never to go to a honeymoon in Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
like,
and I thought that was funny. I was like, bitch, you'd be lucky.
I don't know if he's... Actually, no, I don't think about it. I don't think James Cameron was born in Niagara Falls, but he grew up in Niagara Falls.
He grew up in
Chippewa.
In a little village.
Hey, it's almost a Niagara Falls.
But yeah,
either way, so...
Unfortunately, a lot of things I want to say about E.T., I unfortunately can't in this section.
Okay.
But, let's bring up Jurassic Park. This is one of those movies, I know we talked about it a few episodes ago, it aged so well. Our nieces, both of them, were obsessed with this fucking movie.
Yeah, there's something super amazing about Jurassic Park. And we talked about it in earlier episodes, but, I love the idea that, I'll watch Jurassic Park, which came out in the 90s, and I'll watch Jurassic World, which came out very recently, and somehow the dinosaurs look better.
Better in the
Jurassic
old one,
Park.
I agree.
It's like they fucking just...
I agree.
It's the perfect blend of practical and computer generated, right?
It's because it wasn't so easy. Oh, Brad, you do the CGI.
Yeah. Oh, we'll just fix this in post.
In the old ways, there was a guy who was the Raptors. When there's this one scene, we'll tell them the spoilers, those were humans, adults. And honestly, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm 30, and I did not know those were actual people in the Raptors.
No, it looks amazing.
I honestly didn't. I knew the T-Rex is obviously a robot.
So if you see the T-Rex full body, it's
looks...
computer generated. But if you see it, if it walks, it's computer generated. But if anything else, it's a robot.
Him at and the first time you see the T-Rex, he's a robot.
Yeah.
But it's the ending is what you're talking about. He's CG.
Yeah.
But how amazing is it that and by the way, I'm still, even at this time, 2021, how is there not a billionaire that has created this park but with robots?
Apparently it's possible to. Oh no, apparently they're actually they did find
Okay.
The exact way that they do with the
don't
ambers.
Do that.
The
Jurassic Park is what is going to happen.
To be bad. Don't fucking do it.
That's fucking cool, though. I did not know that was
allegedly. That's they found a way to do it, but I don't know.
Kind of makes sense. Yeah. But how is this not a thing that you can go to a park and drive around and there's these actual robots? How are there not these 4 billionaires putting in their money?
It's true.
And how is this not a thing yet?
I think it's probably a thing.
Putting it on an island with your... You know how fucking cool that would be?
It'd be cool.
Dude, your kid, our niece, would have totally wanted to go.
Oh, yeah, she loves this stuff.
And because it's in the Caribbean, my sister would have went. Yeah. My poor brother-in-law would have paid for it. But it is a scheme, and it would have worked. I would have went. I would have been like, dude, I'm immature. But I'm very surprised, by the way. This is not a thing. Mm-hmm. But yes, it... had a $63 million budget.
That's insane.
And it made over $1 billion. In the box office. Not even talking about later in the past 30 years if it's still popular.
Yeah, because I want to say, it's actually funny, I watched Jurassic Park first in this round. So I watched E.T. this afternoon, but I watched Jurassic Park the other night. And I was looking up stuff for Jurassic Park. I didn't catch the budget for some reason, but it said this movie was beaten out by Titanic, and then I was looking at E.T. stuff this afternoon,
right?
And it said E.T. was actually the world record until it was beat out by Jurassic Park. So it's very funny that it's
wait, what?
Apparently E.T. had the record before it was beat out by Jurassic Park.
But it beat Titanic?
No. Before Jurassic Park. So in the 80s,
Yeah.
from the 80s on, it had the record for the highest budget.
What did?
Highest, E.T.
What about Titanic?
The Titanic came way later. Titanic was like in the late 90s.
Oh, I see.
Sorry, I might have said that weird.
Sorry,
So,
no. I that was my brain because we were talking about James Cameron and.
Yeah.
Sorry. So it was E.T. and then Jurassic Park
beat it, and then Titanic beat that.
and Titanic. But Titanic must have been really soon after that.
Yeah,
1993.
probably like
So I
3
wonder
years.
when.
Yeah.
How funny, because I know Avatar beat Titanic,
So it's kinda
which is funny because it's his own movie.
And then Avengers Endgame beat Avatar, but then Avatar came back. They re-released it this summer because like the pandemic.
Shut up!
And it's now the highest grossing again.
Shut up! That many people. Okay, so I was telling Steve this a couple weeks ago. There is a fun fact that a man holds the record for the most times ever seeing Endgame in theaters in Florida. And how many times he saw it like 110 times in theaters.
At that point, like it's not even entertainment anymore.
One movie. Now you're just memorizing lines and you're just catching small stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are some little things, but I will say after we get into spoilers. But
what?
What do you want to know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's just rate them because I kind of want to get into a conversation with. Let's talk about it, right? So
Okay, so let's do one for one.
Let's just rate them so we can get into spoilers. Make it easy.
Oh, you don't want to like talk about
I mean, we
the
can.
points.
Let's be honest. We know where this is going.
Do you want to do 1, 2, 3, like we did last time?
Sure.
So production 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you want? I was gonna say just the movie in general that we think is gonna win.
Oh, we can do that.
Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Jurassic
E.T.
Park.
No, I'm joking. Jurassic
I know
Park.
you are. I was like, you're fucked if you think it's E.T.
Like, let's really think about it. Okay, production, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Acting. Actually, I might actually give E.T. acting.
We both stopped. I will give E.T. acting.
Oh, I might
Drew
actually
Barrymore and Elliot was
Are so
amazing.
good.
The other kids didn't really cry that hard, so we'll
They're
give
okay.
E.T. All right, writing. Oh no, we went out of order.
So power.
So originality, we gotta give it or Jurassic Park. Nothing was like it at the time.
They're both really
They've
original.
all always been alien movies.
Okay.
And then writing,
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. So yeah, and then rewatchability. I can watch Jurassic Park every day, fucking
too.
all day.
E.T.'s too sad. It's actually funny.
I don't find it sad.
I could. Yeah, it's actually funny. I didn't remember Jurassic Park being as well written as it is. Do you know what I mean?
Very well done.
Like watching it, I'm like, this movie is fucking tight. It's
I think
so
the
well
more I
written.
watch it as an adult, I earn more respect.
Well, that's the thing, right? Okay, so I don't even think this is really spoilers. Fuck it, we'll go to spoilers. All right, next is spoilers. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. So E.T.'s adorable, right?
He's okay.
He's so fucking cute.
He's okay.
The scene when he like
He's so cute.
he's like watching the John Wayne movie and then he gets drunk.
Yeah.
Something you would never see in a kids movie now. Like he gets all hammed. He's adorbs. Okay, so the scene where Elliot is talking to the doctor and he's like he just wanted to phone home. He's like and then he's saying like I can take care of him, just leave him alone.
I
It's
know.
Like, oh, it's so sad.
I can take care of you. Just come with me.
Yeah, and it's
I
like
know.
you're killing him.
That whole scene is whenever. That's what I was saying earlier. Like
It's intense.
You can't find actors like that. It's very rare to find an actor like that.
No.
Where he was just losing it, and he's like, "Players, you're killing him." Which, by the way, we're gonna go a little off topic. One of my favorite Netflix shows of all time is The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that was the dad.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And then I watched E.T. and I'm like, oh, I gotta see
He
it.
looks exactly like
He
him.
does.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I never really liked Netflix originals, and that show was amazing.
Oh, that show's spectacular.
And then I'm like, oh shit, that's this. I didn't
the
even
first season. The second season was not good, right?
know. No, not at all. They went some weird direction.
It was so fucking bizarre. And
They
here's
went
the
some
thing,
weird
I
direction.
really liked the guy who wrote and directed both seasons. His name was Mike Flanagan. He did Doctor Sleep. He did like Oculus, which was a fucking awesome movie. Yeah, like all those movies are fucking great. But I just feel like he was given too much. Like he was given too much slack or something. You know what I mean? Like when like a director
where they were like, "Oh, you did so well.
Just go do whatever you want. And they do something that's so fucking out there. It's like, well, wait a second. What were you thinking? Like, that's what I
bring
feel
it back,
like.
bring it back.
You need a filter, apparently. Like, you need someone to
You know
filter
what?
shit.
That first season, man, because I have seen so many of those shows.
Yeah.
I've seen where I'm like, I know what's gonna happen. I had not a fucking clue. No. And then I was like, oh, I got this. I didn't fuck. It was like the perfection for me.
Yeah.
The movie The Perfection, you think you got it. And then I'm like, nope. But it did that like 5 times in like 2 hours. And I'm like, my brain hurts. I don't even know what the fuck is going on anymore.
Yeah, it was.
But it's such a masterpiece.
It is, actually. It's a masterpiece in filming, writing, acting, everything. It's fucking spectacular.
If you've never seen The Haunting of Hill House, honestly, I crushed it in 2 days. It's an easy watch. Watch it. Second season, you can sleep on that. But the first season, honestly, I thought the show was phenomenal. Yeah. The Perfection, too, is great, too.
And here's the thing, like, the second season, it's okay. It's not
bad. I watched the whole thing.
It's just the first season was so good.
Dude, that first season was something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did not know that was the dad, which I found out because I'd never really seen E.T., right? But the brother fell off. The brother did like 8 things in like his time, and then his whole Wikipedia page is just empty.
Really?
He hasn't done anything lately.
Oh, he was great in the movie. He was fucking excellent.
I thought he was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, and of course there's Drew Barrymore.
She's so good at this
She
movie.
kind of fell off too for a few.
Well, she got really into drugs and stuff, right?
No, I mean like right now.
Oh, well, she has her own like talk show.
Yeah.
She has her own talk show. She directed a movie called Whip It, like maybe 10 years ago. That was pretty good.
Never seen it.
Either way.
So it's nice that she's still around.
Oh, 100%. So, and she's Steven Spielberg's stepdaughter, right? Or goddaughter? I must say stepdaughter.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's how she got in the movie in the first place.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
But that's the thing. Steven Spielberg works really well with kids, right? So the kid who plays Tim in Jurassic Park, he apparently auditioned for the movie Hook. So Steven Spielberg also directed the movie Hook.
Okay.
It's like a modern retelling of like Peter Pan. It's like Peter Pan when he's older. And he forgets he's Peter Pan. And it's like him going back to Neverland and meeting the Lost Boys and all that. But
I gotta watch that movie again. I kind of remember the main kid has like a black and red mohawk.
Yeah, that's Rufio.
Rufio. I kind of remember the movie, but...
Here's the thing. I really like that movie. But a lot of people cite that as one of the worst movies ever created. Especially in Steven Spielberg's like filmography. Oh. They say it's where he like stumbled.
I actually saw the movie. That's pretty...
I've watched it a couple of times like within the last couple of years, and I think it's great actually. So I don't know. But anyway, the kid who plays Tim in Jurassic Park auditioned for the role of Jack in that movie, like his son. But he was too young. So Steven Spielberg loved his audition so much that he's like, you know what? I like your audition so much. I'm filming a movie this summer. I'm going to put you in it.
That fucking kid luck out.
Right? And it's funny because
all the fucking 2 movies, the movie that failed in quotations, to one of the greatest movies of all time.
100%. And it's actually very funny because that kid grown up, he's in the movie The Social Network. He plays...
Shut up!
Yeah, he plays the roommate. There's like... Yeah, right? So there's...
No.
Yeah. So
with the window and the marker in that scene?
Yeah. So that's the scene. But so the 2 of them are hanging out first, and then Eduardo shows up and draws the equation on the marker. So it's like the 3 of them.
Because with the beer, and they're popping the beer or whatever.
Correct. That's him.
Shut the front door.
And apparently... during the filming of that movie, all they did was make fun of him for being in Jurassic Park. Because he hates it so much. Because he was so young. It's like, it's such an easy...
What movie has Jesse Eisenberg been in?
So it's a great fucking point.
Or Eduardo at that point. And he was still in Spider-Man. That still sucked.
Yeah.
So what fucking movie was he in?
That's a great point. I don't know. But
fucking losers. That kid was making more money than you are now, and you're an adult.
But apparently he gets really embarrassed by his role in this movie. But I think he's great. I think he's fantastic as Tim. Here's the thing. Steven Spielberg liked his role so much, liked his audition so much, that in the book, because this is based off a book, He's actually the character of Tim is actually the older brother. Like the Lex is supposed to be younger. Yeah, so in order to get the kid to play Tim, they would have had to make Lex like really fucking young. So they decided to make her older. And it's funny because in the book, Tim has both the archaeologist like obsession as well as the computer hacking abilities.
Oh.
So when they switched the genders, they decided to give her the hacking abilities,
which is awesome.
Which I think makes so much sense. Like, what the fuck does she do?
So then, is he a vegetarian in the book?
So he's like the one that's no. I don't know about that part, but like he's obsessed with all the archaeologists.
Because I wonder, because if she's older or if he's older and he's the hacker, the vegetarian, and
that makes sense.
What the fuck would she do?
What is her character? Yeah. So it makes, and I think she saves the day in the end.
Because the hacking, because she says in the beginning where she's like, I'm a whatever.
Yeah. And I love the realization when she's on the camera and she like turns around, she's like, I can do this.
She's like, I've seen this before.
Yeah, like I could fix this. Yeah. It's like, it's a really cool
I just gotta find what file it's in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's cute. So, I actually found out that the author of Jurassic Park, which is or the writer, Michael
Crichton or
Crichton,
yeah.
Spielberg actually bought the rights for the book was even written
before it was published. So they had like the manuscript. So
how like ballsy is that?
They paid him $2 million for it. They're like, how much do you want for it?
My jaw just dropped.
Right? They apparently were like, how much do you want for this book? And he was like, $1.5 million. And they're like, we'll give you $2 million. It's like, okay.
That, I might cry. Michael went home to his family and they like bought a new home. It changed his fucking
I don't know, yeah.
life.
Potentially. But it's funny.
But now that he knows it made $1 billion.
That's the thing. He's written a shitload of, really though. He's written a shitload of books though before that, and they're all very similar to Jurassic Park. Oh. Like he wrote Westworld. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Westworld is another movie.
Yeah. So, and it's the same fucking thing. But instead of dinosaurs, it's robots. It's the only difference. Okay. It's the same thing. It's like a park full of robots, and they malfunction, and they like go after. It's the same fucking thing.
Okay.
So, but I mean, good for him. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's a fucking good movie. Watching it this time, there was something I really liked about Jurassic Park. Actually, it's really easy to say that Jurassic Park is just about dinosaurs, right? It's about a park. Malfunctioning, blah, blah, blah. There's something philosophically interesting about the plot of this movie. What it is there are three men, okay? Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum. I don't remember his name, played by Sam Neill. Who's the main character? Grant something?
Or his last name is Grant. Yeah, because Professor Grant.
Yeah, he's played by Sam Neill, and then
Dr. Grant. Sorry.
Dr. Grant, and then the guy who owns the park. I don't remember his name either. The guy who's dressed in white.
We're the fucking worst.
Right? The guy who's dressed in white with like the cane.
Yeah.
Played by Richard Attenborough, something like that. Anyway. Attenborough. What the movie is about is there's somebody who believes in evolution. All right?
John Hammond,
thank you. Fuck.
Just like the only name we should have known.
Seriously. Hammond, yeah, it's kind of everywhere in that movie, right?
Richard Attenborough.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's Ian. Oh, no, you're right. It's Alan Grant.
Alan, fuck.
Alan Grant, okay. Sam Neill.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the movie's about is... Okay. There's Ian Malcolm on the left, and he believes in science. He believes in chaos theory and...
Because he says that about the frogs, where he's like, we've seen this with frogs.
And he's of the opinion that what they're doing here is immoral, and it's playing with Mother Nature. They should not fucking do it. And then there's John Hammond, who's in the middle. There's John Hammond, who's on the other side, who is of the opinion that we have a right to do this, so why not? Do you know what I mean? He's like,
I figured this out.
Yeah.
We're allowed to.
And then there's Alan Grant, who's in the middle. And what the movie is about is Alan Grant coming to the decision of whether or not Ian Malcolm is right or John Hammond is right.
Wow.
That's kind of what the movie is about.
That's a good point.
He's a very interesting main character, because here's the thing. He is on Ian Malcolm's side right off the bat. He's like, oh yeah, we should not, this is fucking crazy. But then as soon as he sees the dinosaurs, this is all he's ever wanted to see his entire life. And he's like, oh my God, there's fucking dinosaurs. That's a real dinosaur right there. So it's like, it's almost like he's sucked into John Hammond's like his vortex a little bit, like, ooh, I'm on your side all of a sudden. But then once shit hits the fan, it's like, oh, chaos theory. I forgot about that.
So about Ian though, because there's a scene with Ian when he says that, and he's like, you come to this park and it's so amazing and there's so much stuff to see and you're so excited, but then you never stop to think, should you do this?
Yeah, should we be doing this?
You blew me out of the water with how you did it.
Yeah.
But we never asked the question, should.
And that's what
and that's like one of the main lines of the movie, and that's a good point.
100%. Watching it this time, I thought a lot about that. Just these three character dynamics, two in particular, and the guy in the middle that's really trying to, like, kind of struggling with whether or not it should be
because he
real.
Wants to believe that it's a good thing. Because this is what he's doing for...
Yeah. Because
even in the one scene, he was like, I thought they were like this, but actually, with the birds, the little thingies, and they're running everywhere in the herd.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, they run like a flock of birds. And he's like, oh, I thought... And you could see his brain is just so... Because it's exactly what Ian said. His brain is trying to compute, like, oh my God, like...
It's a super interesting way to look at the movie. I don't know. Whereas
I have never thought to watch it that way.
Mm-hmm. Also, Laura Dern's fantastic in this movie, right?
Yeah.
She is so good. Here's the thing, actually, too. Once it gets to, like, this... I don't know why. Every time I watch this movie, I forget about the, like, second half. Like, I remember up until Newman from Seinfeld shuts off the power and then pieces.
Yeah.
I remember up to about that point. I don't remember Sam Jackson dying. All of that happens later. I remember like up until Newman and then the very end. I seem to remember. I don't remember anything like when they have to climb the fence really fast. Stuff like that. Every time I watch, I'm like,
that's like a main
why
part.
don't I remember this scene? Like, I don't know. It's a weird thing with me.
See, it's unfortunate because I watch Jurassic Park. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna exaggerate. Probably 4 or 5 times a year. Yeah. I just randomly, it's like, oh, Jurassic Park, let's just watch. To the point that, like, Dylan is just pissy because every time I just watch it, I'm like, you want to watch it? He's like, no.
He's like, God, no.
I watched it a year ago. It's fine. It's good.
I watched Jaws and Jurassic Park in a double feature.
I've never seen Jaws.
Maybe like a year or two. I mean, it might make the list. Who knows?
But I know, because you had it here as like you were showing it in the backyard.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it. I had to leave.
So we watched it as like a double feature, and it's really good. The two of those movies, actually, that would have been a really good double feature with this. But I don't know. I was feeling E.T. with this one. Another actually interesting connection between E.T. and this movie. So E.T. was nominated for Best Picture.
Oh.
Which it did not win. It lost to a movie called Gandhi. Great fucking movie. Directed by the guy who plays John Hammond in Jurassic Park.
Shut the fuck up. How cool is
which
that?
means Steven Spielberg hired the director who beat him to be in his movie.
Wow, he probably thought, though, it would give him more of
maybe.
a back, right? So there's a couple things at Jurassic Park that are really funny. I found funny. We'll go to E.T. after. The part when the T-Rex is coming out and the buddy runs to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Why is there a bathroom there?
Well, because they say don't get out of the car, right? I have no idea.
They can't get out of the car.
I don't know.
Why would there be a stalls? Let me change that. Why are there stalls?
I mean, you have to have bathrooms, though, right?
Why?
I don't know.
Why? The doors are locked.
There must be, like, some sort of law where...
I find that so
for every
funny.
amount of feet of park, you have to have I don't know.
I don't know. I thought it was really, really odd. And it just made me laugh because like there's this horrible scene and I'm just
Oh, he gets fucking eaten.
boggled. And I'm like, why is there a bathroom?
He ditches the kids though. Fuck that guy.
Fuck him. Okay. By the way, John Hammond says we spared no expense 4 times. That's it.
Oh, that's. I thought it was more than
I
that.
thought it was a lot more. About the dinos. We were just talking before spoilers about why it was only $64 million to make.
Yeah.
Keep this in mind that they're claymation.
No,
That's
they're
it.
robots.
Yeah, but their outside is just claymation.
Yeah.
Fiberglass, chicken wire.
That's true.
So
But you just have to build the robot.
today I watched on how to make. I've never actually seen how they made the T-Rex. Do you remember those little diagrams when you were a kid and you had to make the diagram of the T-Rex? Did you ever make those?
No.
It was like a little wooden thing and you had to like glue all the pieces together. Well, there's like pieces of wood that are like in slots. And there's like 50 lengthwise. And it just makes the dinosaur and it's the ribs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Sorry.
That is literally how they made the T-Rex, which I found mind-boggling. It was like 100 rows of this piece of wood. Then they did fiberglass and chicken wire. Then they did the plaster and then the clay.
That's fucking awesome.
And I found that really, really funny that by the way, the T-Rex took, I had it in my head, it was like 16 weeks to make. Just the claymation on the outside.
Yeah.
So, which I find really funny because you said the CGI was the end. The only robot that was on set was the Triceratops.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but the Velociraptors were people. A lot of the other animals
But
are
that
people.
wasn't animatronic.
Sure, but it wasn't CGI either.
No. Robots in general was just the Triceratops in the field.
Yeah.
The T-Rex was on a set. All the other robots were on a set. And I found that really funny. There's the Brachiosaurus.
Yeah.
That was on a set because it was a robot. But yeah, the 2 Velociraptors in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were people.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's funny too, because apparently Velociraptors are super small. Like according to archaeologists.
Okay.
They're like not more than 4 feet tall. So, but Steven Spielberg was like, no, I want this motherfucker to be like 12 feet tall. I want him to be like the biggest Velociraptor you've seen. And then apparently, right after the movie came out, archaeologists discovered a 12-foot tall Velociraptor.
Shut the fuck
Yeah, it's like, fuck yeah.
That was the best day of his life.
Yeah. It's like,
So even about which I find even more funnier, keep this in mind, and now I want to rewatch the movie, of course, because now I'm so curious. It says that computer animated dinosaurs are only 6 minutes of the movie.
yeah.
But dinosaurs in total are only 14 minutes in the movie.
I read that too, actually, and I thought that was super interesting.
Does that actually sound right? Because it doesn't sound right to me.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of really all the dinosaur scenes, right?
I feel like
There's
that
the big-
T-Rex
there's the-
scene alone
is 15 minutes long.
is
Yeah.
like 15 minutes.
And then the fucking kitchen Velociraptor scene.
But I guess not, because it's just the car twirling. You don't really see the T-Rex in the
That's
whole
true.
scene.
That's true. You only see it's the thing. It's a lot of people staring at things.
Because it's the kids in the mud and the
Yeah.
car's getting pushed. So I found that one of the most fascinating fun facts of this movie.
I mean, that's what he started with the movie Jaws. Like, Jaws, it's a movie about a killer shark, and it's only in the movie for like 12 minutes.
yeah,
It's
I
like,
guess the shark doesn't even appear in the movie for like the first like 40
for
minutes.
like first hour, I want to say. It's like fucking... But when it does, you're like, holy fucking shit.
Because it's fucking
But the
brutal.
the Tyrannosaurus Rex is the same thing. As soon as
No, but they see the Brachiosaurus
yeah, that's true.
and like, so the T-Rex's roar was made by a tiger, alligator, and a baby elephant mixed together, which I find hilarious. And the Dilophosaurus, the little fan and was a howler monkey, a rattlesnake, which makes sense because it rattles, hawk screeches, and swan calls.
No shit.
I found that funny.
Actually, I found funny. So they have like shitloads of dinosaurs. They got animatronics. They got people in suits. They got all these like crazy effects. Apparently, the hardest effect to pull off was the ripples in the water. You know, like when the T-Rex is coming and they have the ripples in the
Okay,
water?
I heard kind of how he did it. It was like a drumstick or something.
It was a guitar, apparently.
That's what it was, a guitar string.
So Steven Spielberg was like, we can make this happen, right? And the guy who does all the effects is like, oh, I can make this happen. Even though he had no fucking clue what he was doing. I mean, he had a clue what he was doing, but he was like, I don't know if I can actually make this happen. So he was trying to figure it out for a while. And he realized that if you put a cup of water on a guitar and you fucking pluck it, the sound vibration will make it.
Right.
So they had to fucking feed guitar wires through the glove compartment. And then
how fucking nuts.
That's nuts, eh? But it's imagine that's the fucking. But here's the thing, I mean, because robots have been done before. Do you know what I mean? So I could go buy a book on how to make a robot. You know what I mean? I could go buy.
That's fair.
I don't fucking know how to make something vibrate. I mean, theoretically.
But it's the way that it vibrates. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It didn't just vibrate. It went from out in or in out or something like that. It was so specific. Because I know the mirror shook just because of the car being on, and it was just the vibration of the car being on. That's how they got the vibration of the mirror. Yeah. But yeah, I heard that was really hard to film. But yeah, I know we're talking a lot about Jurassic Park, and it's coming back next week, so I feel a little bad. We should give a little info about E.T. because she's gone. What I really want to say first off is this young boy. How old do you think Elliot is?
Oh, fucking
12? 9?
No, he's younger than that.
So then he sees this thing in the shed, right? And it comes
Actually,
out.
before we even get into him meeting the alien, did you ever watch Stranger Things?
No.
Okay.
I know the show is huge. I never watched
the opening of this movie is fucking pretty much the opening of Stranger Things.
Oh, really?
Just the way they're playing Dungeons and Dragons and it's a
I
bunch
don't
of
know what
boys
they were playing in E.T.
I think it was. I don't know what the fuck it was.
It's
either,
not D&D, but yeah.
But it was something like that, some sort of board game, and they're in a basement and there's just a bunch of boys. I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking Stranger Things. Even the way it's filmed and everything. So obviously, but that's the thing. Stranger Things is. What makes it awesome is it's kind of aping all of the old 80s movies, right? Aliens and
So you think they did it on purpose?
Oh, 100%. So in Stranger Things, they filmed it that way to make you think of E.T. 100%. So when I watch E.T. now, though, that's what I think of. It's oh.
You just think of Stranger Things.
But go ahead, sorry.
It did the opposite.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that for a second, right? So that he sees the ball come back, and then E.T. comes out, and he's like, oh my god, right?
Yeah.
And then E.T.'s kind of hanging out, brings him to his room. The kid falls asleep. I'm going to get closer to the mic, so I'm serious. The kid falls asleep with an alien in his room in 10 minutes of meeting the alien.
But you also got to understand that he's a little kid.
He just met an alien.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to think that if it was...
And he's standing there going... I'm gonna fall asleep. Fuck you.
Maybe he's one of those kids that never got bit by a dog. You know what I mean? Never doesn't have any life lessons to.
Oh my god, you rich bitch who's never had a problem in his life. Are you fucking? I would have been wide-eyed staring at this thing for days. You're gonna fucking eat me if I shut my eyes. No, he's falling asleep staring at this thing. Yeah. First off, I had to get that off my chest. I was pissy about that.
Every time E.T. hides, I laugh so hard. When he fucking runs away and he's hiding behind all the stuffed animals. I love so
when the pans the stuffed animals. It's just his head sitting there. Yeah, that was super cute. So there's also a scene. I tried to see if it was real or not. I couldn't find it. When at the end, E.T.'s alive. And Elliot's telling his brother, and they're in it's a sanitization room.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all spraying around them, and he's like, he's alive! And the brother's like, he's alive! And he jumps up, and he celebrates, but he jumps up and he smashes his head. And I'm trying to figure out if it's fake or not. Can't figure it out.
It's probably just an accident.
So if you know, put it down, comment below, because I can't figure because he's so tall, and it's this weird, it's that tunnel.
Yeah.
So he's like, yes! And he jumps, just smash! And then he's like, let's go! And they run away.
Yeah.
But it was so quick. And then I was like, I wonder if it was an accident, because I don't know.
So, one of the most famous things about E.T. actually doesn't have anything to do with the movie. Have you ever heard of the E.T. video game?
No.
So when E.T. came out, the Atari was big, right? They decided to make an Atari video game called E.T. the Extraterrestrial. It's one of the very first video games ever based off of a movie.
Okay.
The problem is they decided, okay, so some company wanted to make a very innovative game, and some company wanted to make a game that was based off of this movie. So they joined forces. It's like, okay, you can make an innovative game as long as it's about E.T. and it has E.T. in it and all that. And it's like, okay, but you have 4 weeks to do it.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So you have
That's impossible.
from conception to
So these
coming
people
out.
are working from 9 a.m. until 8 a.m., get an hour nap, and then
to
continue.
get this fucking video game done before Christmas. That's what they wanted the Christmas.
Fuck
one.
you.
Yeah.
They should have spent... Oh, but then I guess the whole world one would have been done after a year.
Right, and that's the thing. And they're trying to piggyback off of the success of the movie, right?
Oh, fuck off.
What was produced is widely considered the worst video game ever created. It's literally E.T. You play, I believe, Elliot, but you have to guide E.T. to find the 3 pieces of the thing to call home, and that's the whole game. It's fucking terrible. It's okay. It's so bad that allegedly it's like an urban legend. Nobody bought it. Everybody returned it in the end, and it ended up in a fuck. I'm trying to think of the word dump.
Yeah, I guess.
What's the actual word for that?
A dump? Like a garbage dump? I don't know.
I feel like there's a word. Anyway, sorry. They buried them in this fucking open field full of garbage because it's so bad, right? And so it's among hardcore video gamers, it's been this urban myth that there's this fucking dump that has all of these ET cartridges, and people are trying to find it, and it's like this.
I don't know. It's like a lost treasure.
Yeah, but apparently somebody did find it. There's a documentary that came out a couple of years ago about it, but so I don't know. It's a little interesting fact. It was fucking awful. I'm bummed out that I can't think of the word. It's not dump.
I can only think of dump.
Okay, that's okay.
Well, if you want to go back, look it up now.
So apparently, after the movie came out, Michael Crichton, the guy who wrote the book, somebody asked him, why is the word Jurassic in the title, yet the dinosaur that's on the front cover is from the Cretaceous period?
That's a good question.
And his response was something along the lines of, it was the cover that tested the best of the audience.
I love that. That is such a real answer.
Yeah.
Well, I know it was... They said it was backwards. It was like, oh, the movie is always the cover of the book. But I guess this movie went opposite. So I'm guessing that was probably the picture from the book.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. Yeah, I kind of want to go find this dump. That's cool. E.T., by the way, I never really said this, made $800 million.
It's a fucking good movie, and I don't blame it.
Yeah, I know the one shot that is so famous, okay. As I said, I've never really seen the movie before.
Okay.
I wanted to take a drink, but I'm in the middle
Take a
of it.
drink.
Because I'm going like this.
So, just take a drink.
I don't want to do that. And, so I know that Elliot had a red sweater when he's on his little bicycle with E.T., and I know that. But, there was a moment before when they're in the forest and they do it, and he's wearing a gray sweater, and I'm like, what? Was this like a Magnolia effect? What are those called? Mandela effect?
Mandela effect.
And I'm like, I thought he wore a red sweater. Why do I remember him wearing a red sweater? And then he does it again at the end. I did not know that. That shot of the moon, apparently it's real.
What? What do you mean?
The moon, that him and
Oh.
are in front of, the picture of the movie?
Yeah.
Like the poster? You really gotta check that out, because if that's a real fucking photo, that's nuts.
That is nuts, yeah.
Yeah,
feels
apparently Elliot and E.T. are the only fake things in that video. The real, like the pine trees and the moon is real.
Really?
Yeah, they were just puppets and they were added in later.
Oh shit.
Which is weird to me. Also, the M&M's thing. Let's talk about this.
First of all, I love M&M's, so good for
I
you.
love M&M's. It's Reese's Pieces, right? That like triggers him. But I guess they wanted M&M's.
Okay.
And Mars, which is why they wanted M&M's, Mars Incorporated, and they declined.
Oh.
So they went to Hershey's, and they were like, hey, man, we need something. And Hershey's just released Reese's Pieces.
Oh.
So they were like, listen, I will pay $1 million to get the rights done if you be the,
Yeah, like sponsor the movie.
the sponsor of Reese's Pieces. And they did.
No.
So M&M's was supposed to be the first one.
No shit.
Which is funny because you think of something colorful. The Reese's Pieces was perfect.
Oh,
It's bright orange.
Yeah.
And because earlier we said it's such a black movie.
Yeah.
It's perfect that the bright orange in this black, dark movie.
And it also has a weird Halloween theme, like
The whole
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Him walking in the forest, like, no kid is going to be in a... Falling asleep. Let's talk about this fucking kid is terrible for falling asleep. This alien is calling his home.
Yeah, but he falls asleep because he's sick, isn't he?
Not yet.
But the two of them are sick. That's why he falls asleep.
Not this yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess, because he's found...
Yeah.
That, but earlier, when I said the only scene I ever remembered is a 30-second scene, and because it scared the shit out of me, and it's him by, like, the water, when he's all gray and shit. That shit's creepy as fuck.
Right? And there's the raccoon just chilling there.
Yeah!
I was like, did they just put that raccoon there?
Literally.
That raccoon show up and was like, hey, what's up, bro?
He was probably like, all the props were there. They were just hanging out. And the raccoon was like, what's this? But yeah, that is the only scene that I put in my head. And that scene scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And it came up and I'm like, great, here's that fucking scene. It's creepy. And I'm like, this fucking sucks. Why? And this teenager was like, E.T. and ran over. I'm like, fuck that fucking thing. Let it die. Look how gross it is. So yeah, I guess you're right at that point. But they weren't sick at that point when he was calling home.
Yeah, I thought that's why he fell asleep though, but I could be wrong. So apparently all the doctors, like when they do the scrubbing,
Okay.
where they like do all the experiments and stuff on him, apparently all the doctors are actual doctors.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, which makes sense because they fucking look real. Like when they're
Well, it's the very end when they're like saying that he's dead, and they were like, write down that we did this, we did
Yeah.
this, we did this, all of that was like.
apparently they're all real
'Cause-
doctors.
Here's where we go. We talked about like how they tried really, really hard in the old days compared to now. So like Big Bang Theory, they had like a doctor read over the script. They were like, yeah, this makes sense here.
Yeah.
But yet in the olden days, they were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, we need real doctors to make this real.
Oh, 100%.
Because I know archaeologists, that they're called,
Yeah.
they were actually like in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, so apparently the lead archaeologist and the one. Sorry, I'm trying to fucking word this in my head. The archaeologist that they had on site to like ask, like, hey, does this make sense?
Right.
While they were filming. Apparently he's name dropped by Tim. When Tim's talking about all the archaeologists.
Shut
yeah,
up.
apparently he's actually name dropped. Allegedly, that's what I read.
Oh, I love that. Because
Yeah.
I know he says, Tim Allen, I read your book.
Yeah.
Or not Tim Allen.
Alan Grant.
Alan Grant. Who the fuck is Tim
Tim
Allen?
Allen's the guy who played Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah. No, not Tim Allen. Yeah, Alan Grant. Because he's like, oh, I read your book. And he's, how cool. Because I knew they put one on the scene to make sure that, like, hey, does this look right to you?
Yeah.
Because, like, our sister was going for archaeologist. I find that really cool that we watched this movie. She's going for something completely different, not dinosaurs.
Another interesting little fun fact. So there's a scene, where they're actually during Halloween. They're like all dressed up and they're walking around the neighborhood, and they encounter Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "Home,
Yeah.
home." And so in Star Wars Episode 1, your fave, like, let's talk about that.
I already know about this.
E.T. is like the race of E.T.s are in Star Wars Episode 1.
It's when they're in that one arena and it's all
Yeah.
the portals.
Yeah, and it's like all of them, like, it's like some sort of trade. They're like some sort of political thing. But anyway, yeah, so it's like, oh, that makes a lot of sense that he recognizes Yoda. He's like, oh, I'm from that fucking galaxy. What's up? Like,
I love that tie-in. I know there's a mega tie-in because it like fascinated me, but I don't remember what it is now. That was so many months ago. I was like, no, and it's like this weird with Yoda.
yeah.
But yeah, that's so true. I totally forgot that he was. Yeah, episode 1 is my favorite. Okay, no, now we have to dispute this. Okay, it's my favorite because it kept my attention the longest.
Oh, okay.
That's why I liked episode 1. Because it was like the racing, and they built this, and it was fucking cool.
Yeah.
The other ones are just old, and it's sluggish, and you gotta listen a lot, and you're like, fuck this.
Here's the thing.
I know I'm gonna get fought a lot for this, but yeah.
I can understand it in a weird way. Like, we were the right age for episode 1 when it came out. Like, we were in elementary school.
So let's bring that up.
Yeah.
That was like one of my first times at the movie theater.
Yeah, we were at the right age, and you are right, actually. Like, if I was to pick probably if I was to pick my favorite lightsaber battle in any Star Wars movie, the Darth Maul fucking lightsaber battle is amazing. Like,
him versing 2 Jedis
is fucking spectacular.
That's like, that means he himself is more than a Jedi.
Yeah.
He is so powerful.
I used to have a friend. I used to have a friend. I don't know why I said I used to, but but I have a friend who always makes the joke. Obi-Wan Kenobi had to tap into the dark side to kill Darth Maul because he is fucking pissed after Obi-Wan Kenobi or after everybody dies. But here's the thing: there's something so interesting about that fight. There's like the scene when they get. Sorry, we're fucking straying off topic, but they get separated. There's like the lasers, and all 3 of them are separated from each other, and all 3 of them do a different thing, and I find it so interesting. It's so telling about their characters. Qui-Gon shuts his lightsaber off and prays. He like gets on his knees and he just like he's one with the Force. Obi-Wan Kenobi's just kind of chilling there, like, what's up? And then Darth Maul is like pacing. He's like getting angrier that it's not happening yet. And he's just like,
you mean when they get shut out between the laser gate or whatever?
And it's like, I find just this moment so telling about all 3 of these characters. It tells you like this is what happens when they're preparing for battle.
Darth Maul is like, man,
he's just
fucking ready. Let's
seething.
fucking go.
He's like fucking flexing. He's so angry.
Well, they were already fighting, so his energy. Yeah. Because why it's these new movies are trying to be like episode 1 for me. They're like, if we do more action packed, more people will like it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no. You are more CGI and more. You're going way off base. Yeah. At least I hate Jar Jar Binks as much as the next person.
He's awful. Yeah.
He drove me fucking crazy. But when they're in the water, badass.
Here's the thing: you like episode 1. I'm gonna throw it out there. One of my favorite Star Wars movies, episode 7. Nobody fucking likes episode 7.
What is it titled as?
The Last Jedi.
I've never.
I really like it. I think it's very good.
I unfortunately have seen them all.
Yeah.
I don't remember them all, but my boyfriend's is.
Episode 4. Empire Strikes Back is fantastic.
I always try to think of the Lord of the Rings, the Return of the Jedi.
Oh yes.
Because I know Lord of the Rings is Return of the King. Yeah. And I had to. That's how I know.
Makes sense.
But yeah, Return of the Jedi I think is his, and
it's a good fucking movie. Here's the thing: all 3 of the original trilogy is amazing. Star Wars is amazing. Empire Strikes Back is amazing. Return of the Jedi is amazing. But I really like The Last Jedi. I don't know why. I just fucking do. It's one of those weird things. We talk about like. Is it the most well-produced movie? Fucking no. But I really like it for some reason. It weirdly speaks to me. I don't know. Just like episode 1 weirdly fucking speaks to you. It's going back to E.T. now.
Either way, we may or may not talk about Star Wars later.
Yeah.
Oh, and that'll be like a 3-hour episode.
Yeah.
So will Lord of the Rings, because I've never seen really Lord of the Rings.
I remember
I've never seen all of them.
We went and saw Lord of the Rings when the first one came out, me and you. I remember that. But that was
and then
when
I
we were
saw
fucking young.
The Hobbit with the dragon on the gold. Yeah. I saw that with my ex-boyfriend and his parents. So I wouldn't even say I watched it. It was just uncomfortable. And that was the only 2 I've ever seen. I know what they're all called. The Twin Tower, Return of the King, and The Fellowship.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways. Yeah, we may or may not talk about that too.
E.T.
So, E.T. This part made me laugh out loud. Is the kids are all biking in the neighborhood and they're like, this way, FBI agents. What the fuck are they? I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're chasing in their cars and they're trying to stop them.
Yeah.
And the car is ahead of the kids and he swipes in and he goes in the walkie-talkie. He's like, I cut them off. With what? They're on a dirt hill. They have bikes and you're in a fucking car. So what do? The bikes run over the car.
Yeah.
And then he's like, that's it. What the fuck were you thinking of doing?
So, unfortunately, this chase scene's kind of ruined for me. So, in the 90s, I believe, we're bringing back Star Wars for a second for no fucking reason. No. In the 90s, George Lucas re-released the Star Wars movies, the original trilogy, before Episode 1 came out. So it was right before Episode 1 was going to come out.
That was a smart idea.
Right? It was like I believe it was every month. It was like for 3 months. Like, we'll just say, I don't fucking remember, but let's just say March was Star Wars. June was, or, let's say April was the second one, and then May was the next one, right? And then Episode 1 came out like a year later. Okay. But when he did that, he re-edited the movie. He, added CGI, because back then there wasn't fucking CGI, right? And he changed things.
So disappointed.
Right? I agree. So now if you look at Blu-rays and shit of Star Wars, like the original trilogy, it's back to the way it was because people fucking complained. Nobody liked it, right?
The movie was a success. Why would you touch it?
Oh, it's a
failing movie, yeah, but success?
Great question. No fucking clue. But
one of the greatest series.
There's I don't know if this is actually true, but apparently there's a version of E.T. where at the very end, when they're doing the chase, all of the FBI agents have guns.
Whoa.
No. In this version, right? In the version that you watched, instead of guns, they switch them out for walkie-talkies. So they're holding walkie-talkies weird because they don't want adults to be pointing guns. And there's a scene where the mom freaks out about the fact that they have guns. Right?
So she's freaking out.
But I don't know if that's still but in this version, she has, right? So there's an episode of South Park.
Oh, right? Here we go.
Okay. And I'm trying to remember what fucking movie it is, but Steven Spielberg and George Lucas show up to change this movie. I want to say it's Raiders of the Lost Ark. They're doing this new cut of Raiders of the Lost Ark where people don't have guns, they have walkie-talkies. But there's a scene where
Raiders of the Lost Ark has that many guns?
It has one or two. It doesn't have it. It's the joke, right? But the kids are running from the police because they have the last original copy. And but all of the police officers have walkie-talkies instead of guns. So they're pointing walkie-talkies in the show. And it's the funniest fucking thing. And that's, unfortunately, when I think of the chase scene, that's what I think of is them pointing walkie-talkies at them. And I think it's so funny. I don't know.
So stupid.
It's very possible that it was just for that South Park episode. I don't know. But it's just, I think it's fucking hilarious.
Oh my God, that kills me. Yeah, and then they went in the air because the people were catching up to them. Yeah. And I'm like, you really can't fucking... Even I can outbike a human running, and I'm 200 pounds.
Yeah.
These fucking skinny-ass bikers can't outbike these people running. Really?
Yeah, really.
It's come the fuck on. But yeah, the movie was... It was cute. If I watched it at a different time in a different setting, I might have liked it more.
Okay. I was going to say if I put it up against Jaws or something, it would have been better. But
just the fact that it's...
I've never seen Jaws, yeah.
The fact that it's against something else is what killed it for me.
Yeah.
There are some movies that just can't properly be put up because they will always not own up. And unfortunately, Jurassic Park
is really good.
Of all fucking... Yeah. Now, we've said this over and over and over. There are 5 movies on this whole list that are unbeatable in our own eyes.
Yeah, so it's going to be
Jurassic Park is going... Lion King was one.
Yeah.
Let's be fucking real.
Yeah.
Lion King was one of those movies that I said it is literally unbeatable.
So Jurassic Park is the Lion King of this?
Jurassic Park, I think. I honestly, I don't remember the last quarter of our second quarter, so I don't really know all of the movies that are coming up.
Yeah, I remember most of them.
But I've never seen. I think I've seen like maybe 3 of the second quarter.
Okay.
So I can't say shit. Like Rocky, especially, I've never seen.
It's a good fucking movie.
So anyway, I think Jurassic Park is one of those movies. Unfortunately, E.T. did not own up Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park held so well through generations.
Yeah.
But I never said E.T. wasn't cute. It was okay. It didn't make me feel happy or sad or anything. I don't think I laughed, but it was fine.
No, it was too dark or sad.
It's too dark. The whole movie, I'm like, I didn't even realize, honestly, that the Elliot felt the E.T.'s feelings until like near the end.
I thought it was weird. No, I noticed it when he was getting drunk. When E.T. was getting drunk and he was like getting all drunk, and then E.T. is watching the movie and John Wayne kisses the girl and then he kisses the girl.
I never thought of
Oh yeah, it gets.
Well, I know what you're talking about because he's at school and the buddy like E.T. falls and Elliot's head hurts.
Yes.
I guess I should have known at that time. It was whenever Elliot, the mother, sees the alien and she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Mom, we're sick."
Yeah.
That's when I went, "Oh."
I don't understand why it's such a weird thing to throw in there.
There was never a time where the two E.T. never touched Elliot's
he
fingers.
touched his shoulder at one point.
Yeah,
That's
but it was like a sympathetic, wasn't it?
Yeah, right?
There was never if they like touched fingers or if he like.
Oh, but he did heal him. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he did heal him.
He healed his finger. And then
making the saw, there was never a part before that where he was feeling feelings? Yeah, there had to be, because I was in the forest and you were like, he's sick.
Yeah.
So the girl must have been before that, because they were making the saw for the...
Yeah. So
for the phone.
He fixes
I think that was
his
after...
finger and the plant, and then when he dies, in quotations, the plant dies too. So it kind of implies that everything that he brings back to life, or everything that he heals, is connected to him.
Yeah, but
I'm literally just discovering this now.
I think the girl and him kissing in the school
was
before him pricking his finger.
Oh, you're probably right.
Because they were making the telephone to go to the forest. And that's whenever E.T.'s like, in the fucking well.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's the only way I can explain it. But I now, unfortunate to rewatch this movie now, because now I'm confused, because now you might have a point.
Okay.
It's whenever he heals him, but I don't know when that was.
Fuck it. Doesn't matter.
Anyways, and I actually...
E.T. lost.
And I literally, and as I said earlier, sat down and actually watched this movie.
Yeah.
And I don't fucking remember this.
It's really good. I think it's an awesome movie. It's just unfortunate that everything that makes it good, Steven Spielberg did as good, if not better, in Jurassic Park. And
that's the problem.
The only issue.
Because you're right. Every scene is perfect.
Yeah.
But then when you go to Jurassic World, you're like, oh, this shit's above and beyond.
Yeah.
This was something we never even, thought of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jurassic Park is something else. And just every time I watch it, I'm just like, that T-Rex, man, is fucking, mint.
It's so cool.
Oh, my God.
And there are so many, little jokes. I love my favorite joke is when they're driving away from the T-Rex after they find Ian Malcolm. And there's the side mirror, because the guy looks in the side mirror, and it's the T-Rex is right there, and it says objects are closer than they appear. I think it's the funniest fucking joke. It's cute. Such a clever joke.
That is cute. I know that was ruined by Toy Story. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, E.T., I'm sorry to let you go. But I mean, everyone knowing these two movies were coming up, come on. Mm-hmm. Jurassic Park was obviously going to win. We knew it was going to win before I even came here today.
That's true. I was going to make a joke about it, but that's true.
Couldn't
have won.
We're not saying E.T. isn't great.
Yeah.
We're not saying that at all. But put up against a movie like that.
Yeah.
This has to be one of the greatest. What is this? What is honestly the best Spielberg movie to you, though? Because Jurassic Park is mine.
Probably Jurassic Park. I mean, Raiders of the Lost Ark is really fucking good.
I haven't seen it.
So
I think I saw it. But I was like a girl and I was falling asleep.
Yeah.
I kind of remember a boulder running after him, but I think that's every fucking... I might also be thinking of Crash Bandicoot.
No.
But
I mean, yeah, Jurassic Park's really good. Raiders of the Lost Ark is really fucking good. I would say
I mean, Jaws is good, but it's just the same argument where it's Steven Spielberg. It's the exact same thing, but it's just better done later. You know what I mean?
Raiders Lost Ark, you would think is great, but Jurassic Park didn't.
No, I think Raiders of the Lost Ark stands up against it.
Really? You think they're even?
Yeah, I think it'd be a good fight.
Shit, I gotta watch that then.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I actually said a couple episodes ago that it was this quarter, but it's not. It's third quarter.
Oh, I thought it was this quarter too.
No, it's not. I re-looked at it. It's like, oh,
No.
It's like the very beginning of the
You
third quarter.
failed us all.
I did.
Yeah, but this. Oh, but we do have.
We have a shitload of movies though that are good on this quarter. So
I think you're wrong, brother.
am I?
Oh, maybe not. No, maybe not.
It's like super early. It's
No,
like,
never mind. It's the way I took the photo. It looks like it continues on. I think there's a gap.
yeah,
So, how many are supposed to be in each quarter?
32. There's 16 pairs.
17 to 32. That's 16. So, yeah, you are right. It is the third one. Because I thought the Holy Grail, I thought that was Indiana Jones.
Nope. Oh no, you're talking about the last. Okay, so the Last Crusade. They're trying to find the Holy Grail, but that's
Got it. That's why I thought it was the third. No. Okay, then it's not. It is the third.
I mean, but here's the thing: Spielberg's done a lot of Spielberg's like Saving Private Ryan is a fucking spectacular movie too, and I want to see
it. I suck.
He's done a lot of. I mean, Schindler's List was a fucking awesome movie. It's not as good as.
I know Pearl Harbor. I really gotta watch.
That was Michael Bay.
I know. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You said, isn't that a war movie? Saving Private Ryan.
War movie, yeah.
Yeah, so I gotta watch. Anyways, I guess we're not done with Steven Spielberg.
We got a lot of Spielberg coming up.
I know we have one in the second, one in the third. We have two in the third. I don't think we have any in the fourth.
I know we have one in the fourth, one in the third, and one in the.
Whoa!
We have two in the second. So we have three in the second, technically.
Holy shit!
We got another.
Yeah, these two. Yeah.
We got these two, and then we got a third one coming up. I want to say this quarter as well.
Holy shit!
So
Spielberg fucking making it.
Spielberg.
Avatar isn't even on the list. Holy James Cameron made it once.
Which is okay. If I was going to pick James Cameron movies, I wouldn't pick Avatar. I'd probably pick I really like Terminator 2. I don't think that made the list.
For its time, Avatar. Like, for its kind.
Well,
not time.
Avatar.
For its kind.
Here's the thing about Avatar. Like, I remember seeing that movie in theaters in 3D, and it blew my fucking
Holy
mind.
fuck. I have the box set. It's like 9 discs.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
It's
I loved Avatar.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great movie. It's just one of those things where I'm like, best movie? Maybe. I don't know. You can make the argument, I guess, but...
I remember watching it just going, okay, but we're back to the Nightmare Before Christmas debate. It's like... You are so wowed with how it's made.
Yeah.
Cut all that out. How is the story? So Avatar is a guy going to a planet, sticking his hair, another girl's hair.
There's a lot of mythology and shit there, and there's a lot of action scenes that are really cool, but it's a story that's been done.
The fucking robot was badass. I'll give you that. That was badass.
And
I know there's a war. That was cool.
Yeah, at the end. But there's the story's been done a billion times. That's the only issue, right? It's
right. So once you take out how they made it, it's like... Plus, I just love Zoe. Anything Zoe is in, I fucking back up.
Oh, she's fantastic, yeah.
Especially because she was in Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And that was... I first saw her in Bernie Mac. What the fuck movie was that? With Ashton Kutcher. That was cute. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one. I loved that. I forget what it's called.
Unfortunately, I know it's a remake of a movie.
Yes, it is.
It's a remake of a movie called Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. So I think this movie's called Guess Who, or something like that.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's close. But yeah, I loved Zoe in that, and it made me fall in love with her. So
yeah,
I know we were going off topic again. So
anyway, Jurassic Park, you win. Fucking E.T. It's a shame, but I mean, and I think you're right. I don't think there's many movies that you really could have beat. It's like E.T.'s a fucking awesome movie, but
it is. Guess who? You're right. But don't finger guns me. But yeah, E.T. It was a good movie. I personally don't think I'll ever watch it again. I think I saw it. I'm good. Jurassic Park though, 5 times a year. If I need an easy watch where I'm painting or I'm knitting, I don't need to pay attention. Jurassic Park. But I honestly, acting, fucking E.T. hands down had it.
Oh, that kid is so good.
That Elliot man is so fucking good. There was no competition. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we've been talking forever.
Fuck. Either way.
We didn't even go off guard. We actually talked about the two movies.
We're
and it was
almost
this long.
We're at like an hour 40 on this
Holy fuck. I knew this was going to take forever.
So, either way.
I made him get me a tall can of White Claw for a reason. All right, that's it. Jurassic Park moves on. We don't know who you're going to be against.
Oh, somebody that won't beat you, I'm assuming.
And, E.T., I'm sorry we had to let you go, but under these circumstances, sorry, not sorry.
All right.
Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye, bye.